Hello everyone, I'm Woman International Master Knarik and I'm using the chesswithknarik.com website to record this video. In this video, we see this position that looks very easy for us to win, right? Why am I even creating a video to show this position? Yes, so we have two extra passed pawns. These passed pawns are so close to promote, they need just two moves each and they will promote, and we can win this very easily. And so when I ask you what are you going to play here, so most of us are gonna say, okay, let's move the pawn to a7. Okay, but if we move the pawn to a7, the game is gonna end in a stalemate. Why? Because the black king does not have any legal moves to play, and there are no other black pieces on the chessboard. So, and we are also not checking the black king. Black king is not in a check. So this game is going to end in a stalemate. So let's go back. Okay. So we're not pushing the a pawn, but then, okay, fine. We're going to win very easily if we just push the c pawn. And we push the c pawn. But what happens here? So what I see happens in many of the beginners and sometimes even intermediate level students, this happens. And again, in a very easily winning position, where we have a big advantage, instead of winning, we end the game in a stalemate and we get half a point instead of getting the full point and winning the game. Because again, here, just by playing an obvious move here, this game is ending in a stalemate. Here, black again does not have any legal moves to play. We have not checked black. Black king is not in a check, and in addition, there are no other black pieces on the chessboard that black can move. So no legal moves for black. This is stalemate. So let's go back and think again. So if the pawns shouldn't be moved, then it's definitely the king, right? So yes, and let's see. So we have to play a move that with the king, but of course, again, try to avoid stalemate. And here, honestly, every single move with a king that we make is going to be avoiding stalemate. But of course, we need to try to win as fast as possible and try to support at least one of our one of our pawns to promote. So here, then we can try probably playing king to c7. With king to c7, black does have a move to play. Black can play king to a7. And here we can simply support our pawn to promote safely by moving our king to d7 or d8, doesn't matter. And here, let's say black can play king to b6 or capture the pawn that's on a6. Again, it doesn't matter because anyways, we are going to promote. And here, there is no risk of any stalemate happening. Even if, let's say, black tries to maybe trick us and put the king in a position where they don't have many moves to do. Let's say even a move like king a7. It's okay. We can just safely promote. And it's not going to be stalemate because black does still have legal moves to play. So we are winning this one. So going back to the initial position, king to c7 did win. But almost everything here in this position wins when we have two pawns, because we can just give up one of the pawns. Let's say I can give up my a pawn, and then the c pawn is just going to promote and win. So for example, even a move like king c5, which looks like I'm taking my king backward, is still gonna work, because again, king to a7, we're playing the same moves here. Again, I move my king from okay, d6, and I don't even have to here. Just pushing my pawn already is enough for us to win, just by using my pawns, because here black cannot get close to my c pawn, and either must play king a8 or king a6, and in both cases we can just promote and win. But of course, going with the king also was going to be similar to the previous game and we were going to win, but this is the faster way to win. Let's go back. Okay, what just happened? Let's see. So let's go back to this initial position. So king to c5 is again winning if black is playing king a7. What if black plays king to b8, trying to stop our c pawn? It really doesn't matter. Again, we can just wait, let's say play king to d6 and wait. And what will black play here? Going to a7, again, we can just push the c pawn. And we're winning here just like before. Black must play any king move and we can just promote. They cannot stop our c pawn or get close to it. So, and going back, Now, what if the black king does not move to the a7 square, but moves to the c8 square, trying to again test our abilities of avoiding stalemate? So here, what are we gonna play? Are we gonna push this pawn? No, we're not, right? Because if we push that pawn, the game is again gonna end in a stalemate, and we don't want that. Going back, what we can do is we can push now the a pawn, and right in the next turn we're promoting. Again, black cannot do anything to stop that pawn from promoting, and here the only move black has is to move to d8 with the king, and we can just promote to a queen or even to a rook. Let's put a rook here for some fun, and we're under promoting to a rook and winning this game, but of course promoting to a queen is also gonna win. So I just want to go back to the initial position and stress on the point that anytime where we have a big advantage in our games, we have to make sure that we try to avoid stalemate, especially when our opponent's king, let's say, is in such a position where there are no other pieces that move on the chessboard. The king is, let's say, is in the corner, or in a square where there are no many moves for the king to move. We have to be careful and make sure we avoid stalemate in the end games, or sometimes even when we have many pieces and our opponent just has one king. I have seen, let's say, students who have, let's say, who have promoted 3 or 4 queens, and they're very happy, and the opponent just has one king, and again we end the game in a stalemate because we're not paying attention that our opponent has moves to do. We're just happy we're promoting many queens, but we lose half of the point instead of winning all the points.